everyone, coming here to you from the beautiful Whitsundays in far north Queensland. Well, we've been very fortunate to be invited by a fantastic and amazing gentleman by the name of Bruce Absalon, who owns this beautiful boat called the Spirit of the Maid. We're up here for the Audi Hamilton Island Race Week. My husband is actually on the Spirit of the Maid. He's been invited to be part of the crew, and it's been such a sensational time so far. I was really fortunate the other day to actually be invited to come out on the boat on one of the races, which was really exciting for me. I wasn't part of the crew. The crew is very well set up. However, I sat right behind Bruce, who is the captain of the ship and helming obviously of his beautiful boat, the Spirit of the Maid. And for the entire race, which was it was just a beautiful day like it is here today, but for the entire race I couldn't help think for that 3 or 4 hours of how everything that was happening on the ship was actually a great metaphor for life. And that's what I want to share with you today, because quite often not quite often, I guess that's not right. Sometimes we actually think that we're alone, and sometimes we actually think that we can't make things happen. But the reality is that we can, and I'd like to share with you what happened on the ship and what I saw. As I mentioned, Bruce owns this beautiful boat. It's a massive big boat, and it was fantastic being out there with Wild Oats, which is an internationally acclaimed and very well known fast yacht, and all of those beautiful boats out on the water. So we were going incredibly fast. However, there was a crew of about 15 or 16 on the boat. And each and every person on the boat has a role. And on this particular day that I was out there, we actually won the race, which was so exciting. However, in order to win, Bruce couldn't just take that boat out on the ocean on his own in a race. Nor can any boat go out and win a race. Well, not the big ones. I mean, the little skiffs, yeah, I guess so, the little catamarans, but not the big boats. They need a crew, and they need everybody to play a part and have a role. And for each of those people to do their roles, play their part exactly how they need to, in order for that boat to actually win that race. And here's what I observed. There were people that were in charge of the main sail. My husband, actually, he was in charge of the main sail, which was pretty exciting to see him in action. He's a great skipper himself on our boat, but it was great to see him in that role. There were guys up at the front of the boat, which is called the bow, and they were in charge of putting up the big spinnakers and hauling them in and changing ropes. There was a crew there that had to pull in ropes, let out ropes, and there was action happening all the time. But the reason that they were doing that was because on the helm, as Bruce was driving that boat, he was paying attention to the winds. And the winds change all the time, and in order for them to get the maximum speed and get the result that they wanted, which was to win the race, he needed to pay attention to that, which he did so brilliantly all the time. And as he did, he would call out to each member of the crew to do a certain thing on their role in order to bring the sails in, to catch the wind, to get the speed and to win. And so that's the reason that I said that I'm sharing that with you. It's the same as life. You know, every day we have winds of change. Every day is different. Not any one day is exactly the same. Things change. Sometimes for the good, sometimes for the not so good. Sometimes for the little confusing as to, why is that happening? And sometimes, wow, that happened. I didn't see that coming. That was fantastic. And so we need to be our own crew in our own ship. And we need to also be here. We need to be the captain of the ship. And what I mean by that is that we need to pay attention to the changing winds every day and work out how we need to fine-tune our crew in order to catch those changing winds and achieve great things every day. Now, does it happen every day? No, it doesn't. Obviously, it doesn't. However, if we just pay a little bit more attention to those changing winds every day, and we send out the messages to our crew in our minds and in our bodies, and by the way, we have to take care of that crew as well. Up here at Hamilton Island Week, it's been fantastic because all of the wives and the girlfriends and the partners of all of the crew, they also play a part. May not be out on the boat, but we play a part because we take care of the crew when the boat's not racing, so that they're in their peak performance when they are racing. Bruce's wife Gail Absalon, she's an amazing angel, and they've had us up there at their homes, their home for crew dinners to say thank you to the crew. And she takes care of everybody. She does a great role on the boat as well. She's brilliant. She's a fantastic sailwoman as well. So that's my message for today, coming to you from beautiful Hamilton Island here in far north Queensland. And be the captain of your ship. You know, pay attention to those changing winds every day, and send the messages out to your crew, and fine tune everything so that you get the speed and that you go in the direction that is the right direction to win, to achieve, to be happy, and to give back. Because in order for us to give back to this beautiful country, how fantastic is this? I'll see if I can we do this? I'm just going to do a little bit of a spin around of the camera. Hopefully you can see out there. But how fantastic is it that we actually live in this beautiful world. You know, we're very, very lucky, very fortunate. A lot of people can't, you know, and we're very fortunate that we can. So that's my message of the day. Be the captain of your ship. Have a great week, and look forward to speaking to you all soon. And remember, please, your feedback's really important. So send me those messages at info@janiemorris.com. We love your feedback, and any messages to our website, www.janiemorris.com. We really appreciate that as well. So enjoy the rest of your day. Be the captain of your ship. Get your crew working on those changing winds, and be happy. Live, love and love. Take care. Thanks for listening.